Alrighty, folks. So in this episode of Stocks Talk Stocks, well, we're going to break down some stocks, and more importantly, we're going to go over the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100 and see where they've been trading over the past couple of weeks and where they could potentially be moving here over the next couple of weeks. So if you guys find value, of course, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe or follow depending on where you're watching this video. And don't forget to get your free money from Moomoo and from Webull, linked in my bio. Go get your free money, guys. And now let's dive into it. Starting off with SPY, then we'll talk about Triple Q, and maybe we'll talk about these interchangeably because the charts, quite frankly, look pretty similar. So let's just dive into it. You guys probably know, maybe you don't know, which is why you're watching this video. The markets have been pretty flat over the past couple of weeks, especially in February, and that's after we had a monstrous month of January. Let me actually pull up the 4-hour chart, and we'll see how January was for these different ETFs, which SPY tracks the S&P 500, and Triple Q, which is QQQ, tracks the NASDAQ 100. Keep that in mind, guys. So SPY in the month of December, let's start off there, was not doing well. Did not do well at all. It went from about $410 all the way down to about $375 in December. That's a drop of about 9%. And then, of course, it had a massive month of January, which we'll talk about here in a second. And Triple Q in December did not do well at all either. It went from about $300 all the way down to about, let's see here, where did it get down to? 255, 260. That's a drop of about 13%. Not too good at all. Pretty bad for the month. Very bad. We saw stocks like Tesla go down literally 50% in December, and a bunch of other stocks did not do well at all. And we can see here, if I zoom in a little bit, in January, this thing did very, very well in January. Triple Q went from 261 to start off the year, which is insane, all the way up to about $312 is where it got to in the beginning of February. We're talking about an almost 19% move in the span of January throughout that month. And SPY, let me pull this up and show you guys. SPY in that same time period went from about, let's see here, in January, it started off the month at about, where did it start the month at? 378, and it went all the way up to about 415-ish. That's a move of almost, maybe a little bit over, depending on what time frame exactly you're looking at, but roughly 10%. So it makes sense. What I'm trying to get at here is it makes sense that over the past couple of days, couple of weeks throughout the month of February, the markets have been flat. It makes sense considering how great of a month January was. So we're noticing here, if I just get the channel tool, let me draw this out. SPY, right off the bat, guys, you're going to notice it's at a big support right now, right at about 405, roughly 404. That's held throughout pretty much the entire month of February thus far. And as of last Friday, the last day of trading prior to me filming this video, right, we held 404. But at the same time, we've gotten rejected at about 415 to 420 multiple times. So in other words, we're in this horizontal channel right now that's been holding for the entire month. So if we do end up seeing selling pressure on SPY under 405 and especially under 400, that's where we're going to get a big beat down to the downside, in my opinion, which let's see where it could go from there. I'll set my alert right now. Mark is out. We're below $400. If we break under, and honestly, I should put one at 405 as well. If we break these points, guys, SPY could really take a beating. Let me actually show you where we could be going. Let me pull the 4-hour up and we'll zoom in a little bit and break this down. And mind you, right on the 4-hour chart, we're right above the 180 SMA as well, which is a big level of support. It has been the past couple of weeks. So let's say we break 405, we break 400. Well, we might be filling the gap down initially to 390 to 392, right? That was the support from back in the end of November, early mid-December. Then, of course, we fell right through that and got all the way down to 375 in September, or on December. I'm mixing up my months here, guys. And if we do break 390, 392, we'd probably fill the gap from that point down to maybe 387. That'd be the next target. That was support middle January, end of January. Then if that were to break, well, 375 could be in the cards on SPY. So you guys can see, I mean, 400, 405 really is, I don't want to say the last straw for the bulls, but they got to come and they got to fight. Let's just put it that way. Bulls have to fight here at 400, 405 on SPY. And Triple Q, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It's been moving horizontally the past couple of weeks, been trading between 300 to about 310, 315. And if it breaks 300, guys, I have my alert at 298 right now. We fall under that point. We have a wide open gap down to 290. After that, we might be falling, down to 283-ish. You guys can see 283, 285 if I zoom in a little bit. That was resistance, rather. Beginning of October, end of October. That'd be the next main support here if this were to fall under 290. And mind you, we're still above 300 now, so, bulls are fighting above 300. But if we fall under 298, 300, we get to that 180 SMA here on the 4-hour, which is right around 292. We fall under that. This could start selling off pretty quickly at that point. But as of now, guys, just breaking down what I'm seeing, the bears don't have the edge yet. Bulls still have the edge here as long as we're above, 290 on Triple Q 300, and SPY as long as it holds above, 400, 405. But if this, starts deteriorating under that point, this could really start to fall quickly, at least in my opinion. So that's a quick little breakdown on what I'm seeing right here, guys. Nothing crazy. It's not anything that's probably going to shock your world or anything like that. It's just me. I'm just being honest. I'm breaking down the chart and I'm being completely real with what I'm seeing right here. So keep those levels in mind, mark those levels, and with that being said, I'm going to end off this video. If you enjoyed it, of course, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe or follow depending on where you're watching this video, and don't forget to get all your free money from Moomoo and from Webull. Check out the links in the bio, guys. I'll see you in the next one. And oh, by the way, if you want to join my Patreon, check it out. I'm building a Patreon portfolio. I have a Discord chat. Charts are posted there all throughout the day, and it's pretty cheap, depending on what tier you sign up for. I'll see you guys there. Peace out.